Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you the power of SHOJIN Darius in the top lane. For this build, we're gonna be rushing Stride Breaker straight into SHOJIN because it's still incredibly overtuned even after its tiny recent nerf. This gives you loads of ability haste to spam out abilities, take more hook trades, because whenever you hook someone, you can guaranteed land at least one auto into Q, or if they don't have flash, you can E auto W Q pretty consistently and shred them down. We're up against Teemo, so we start with D Shield. We have Conk, Triumph, Tenacity with Last Stand alongside Cosmic Biscuits. Biscuits are insanely good for Darius because you don't have really any kind of mana regen or build any mana items. And Cosmic lets us spam our sums more, and our sums are our primary gap closing tool. And we have attack speed 80 and armor. You have to go D Shield start versus range champs. This guy went grass, so he might even go for Heartsteel Teemo, which is a real thing. We let him push into us. Basically, if we're going to take more than one auto for one minion, we don't do it. You have to pace yourself. I used my W to reach farther there. W gives you a little extra range. We get Q now. If we have to give up a minion, it's fine. I would take 2 or 3 autos for that one. Hit it and go into the bush. Bush is really, really good for us. So there he gets us with 1 auto. He is getting grasp off of it, which kind of sucks, but we still have to farm a bit. Yeah, he's really stepping up for these. We gotta just be patient, get level 3. At 3, we can start to take big trades. Yep, there's a grasp. It's easy for a Teemo to get grasp because there's poison keeping him in combat. Even if he's barely touching the wave. There he got a blind. That was a mistake. He should have just autoed. Wave's coming straight to us. Get the auto and a W reset. We could possibly look for a hook here. My attack got wasted. Yeah, this guy needs to pay. He's playing it way too far. Auto and a W. Nice. He's taking some damage from my minions because he's being so aggressive. He steps up like that, he takes a little bit of damage. Got with the hook. We'll get him with the raw Q. He actually ignited for that. I'm a little surprised. Well, Biscuits. Biscuits heal you the lower on health you are. He used his ignite on that and everything. I'll wait for hook and then we'll take a big trade. He didn't contest me for that one, but I backed off just in case he was going to. Just testing him. He steps forward, get with the E, auto W into Q. Not a horrible trade for us. The thing is he's more gankable than we are since we're underneath turret. We just need the gank at this point. Really, really need the gank. Auto and a W. We don't have D-Blade, so last hitting is a little bit clunkier. Alright, we can go ahead and just push here. I feel like I have to hold on to my Q a little bit though, because I don't know where he's at. Get with the W, got it shoved, time to reset. We are up CS and we do have ghost advantage, so if we can keep the wave towards our side, we can find an all-in fight to the death. Against range champs, tier 2 boot rush, always. So it's a Vayne or Jace top, it's plated. Against Teemo, it's going to be Merc Treads, lower his blind duration, also get some magic resist. I'll also buy a potion. If I could have bought refill, I would have. His wave will push to me because it reinforces first and they were equal HP, plus he's last hitting. Equal minions there. He's going to be in a really tough spot. If you're going to take Ignite, it has terrible scalability. You need to get kills on it pre-6. If you don't, Ghost will way outshine it at 6 with our ultimate all-in potential. I'll still be able to get that cannon here, I think. I got, well, never mind. They all started focusing the cannon even though there's melees in front of it. Oh, he's getting down some mushrooms now. He's 6 because he's got a big wave built up that I gotta cut through. Grass doesn't scale that well in range champs because it only gives like 40% less value. Yeah, it's reduced by 40%. So it only gives 60% total value for range champ. So the damage and the health and all that. I have boots advantage on this guy. I can kind of push him off the wave when I see fit. That wasn't a grasp auto, so it wasn't too bad for us. He's only tier 1 boots. I'll let the first minion go by, kind of block the rest of them. Get this ready. Hey friend, get him with the hook. Auto W into Q. He was able to basically block my W. Get him with the W. Whip him with the R, down he goes. We had boots advantage, and we had a biscuit we popped when we were low, and our potion as well. Auto into W, very nice. Like I said, Ignite, it's pretty trash summoner spell if you're unable to get a kill with it pre-6. Ghost is way better. We're able to stay on top of him. And as a melee champion, you will typically have higher base stats than the range champs, to where as long as we can stay on top, we win that. That's why early game, you might have to give up CS here and there. Keep your HP high, don't die. Make it to 6, it's almost a guaranteed kill against them. Now we go straight for this. Go ahead and pick up the dagger as well. I'm out of potions and biscuits. His Ignite's on cooldown though. We can fight him when our flash is up. If you are Teemo into Darius, the way he needs to play the matchup is first of all, he needs to get to your early tier 2 boots as well. And he has to take phase rush. If Teemo does not take phase rush, we wreck him because we have our W slow, and then after our hook, it slows heavily as well. But if Teemo goes phase rush, we can never really kill him, but he can't kill us either. But if Teemo doesn't take phase rush, as long as Darius doesn't throw away all of his HP level 1, level 2, then not a whole lot he can do. He's playing so aggressive this whole lane. Like always, always, always aggressive, easy to gank. Still tier 1 boots. Well, big wave. I don't really want to fight him on it. I don't know where his jungler is. Get with the hook. Auto W into Q. He's dead. He's got nowhere to go. Boop. Without Briar, I do still think I win that because we got a really clean hook into auto WQ. W is an auto attack reset. So if you auto into W really quickly, it's buttery smooth, and then your Q also cancels your W animation. So if you auto WQ, it goes off so fast. So he has to throw out a super early blind dart. I want to get one auto on this at least. Auto into W. I want that plate. 175 gold, a little over half a kill. Frickin' heck, man. I ran into a mushroom. I think his wave's pushing to me because it reinforced first equal minions. Now we go for Heartbound into Kindling Gem. Since we already have some resistances, going for health is pretty good. Because health and resistances synergize off of each other heavily. Because then we have more HP that our armor is blocking for. Because if you have a bunch of resistances and not much health, you're not actually tanky. You kind of need both. Both is good. Still tier 1 boots, he's screwed. You can't play ranged melee matchups with tier 1s. You have to get tier 2s. It's all about the spacing. I'm gonna hit these with Q because I don't want them taking my turret plate. He wouldn't get credit for it because he's not near this plate as it's dying. And he didn't assist on the plate either there. So I'll let the first one go through and then block the rest here. I could potentially freeze. Ah, never mind. We'll just push. I'll let my minions lead. Don't want to run into mushrooms. Dude's just straight up missing. There he is. He's going to Heartsteel build. Very good Teemo build, but you need to get tier 2 boots. He should have gone Swifties and Phase Rush. It would have been way better than Grasp. We put it in tight formation, went in bush, avoided damage. Hook. I'm just going for Q because he blinded me. He's very, very tanky now. If we're going to take a big fight with him, we need to get full stack passive for the extra AD. These short trades are... If he gets down blind, these short trades aren't the best for us. He's tanking a minion. Melee minions don't do much. His wave's in kill formation. He tightened it. So they're all blasting while mine streams in. It's coming to me now. Oh, wait. He's running kind of low on mana. It's one downside of the Teemo tank build is it leaves you kind of low mana. Because if you're still spamming mushrooms. Oh no, not the grasp. 2 permanent HP for him. It's coming to me, big boy. I need space to chase. Oh, he's trying to push quick. Apparently doesn't like where the wave's at right now. And with the hook. Oh, that was a good blind. This is way too many minions, so that makes it a bad fight. I might just have to reset, play for my stride breaker. Because the problem is he does have ignite. It might be up by now. And that could put us in a really tough spot. I guess I could stay. I don't want to miss a whole wave. Could flash hook him underneath turret once he throws an auto in midair. Auto and a W. Oof, couldn't quite get it. It is time for me to reset. It's on a cannon wave. I'm back in a little sooner here before we can touch it. We need space to chase. I also ran out of health. He went for a refill. Wow. That turd. Refill Teemo, man. A little late in the game to be buying it. You don't want to delay the heart still. Guess you could argue it paid off since I had to base. What? What is Gwen doing here? She wants to lay Herald to get a plate. That's a mistake in my opinion. Oh, never mind. It's pre 14-minute mark. She's trying to get it before plates fall off. Or Q flash. Now she goes. In with our slow. Auto into Q. He has flash. We get him with hook. Auto W. I want to hit him with an R. I don't want Briar getting the gold. I don't trust Briar players. It's better you keep gold away from them. I did a guide on Briar, but people still don't really know how to play her. She's a lot like playing Warwick, realistically. Just let them lead. There's one mushroom. There's 2 mushrooms. He's laying them on the sides. My wave went fat on him there. So they spread out a lot. Auto and a W. It's a good time for me to back here. Not a bad time. Sitting on full stride break. And then we'll start going into Shojin. You might be saying, well, why not just go Black Cleaver instead of Shojin? The thing about Black Cleaver is it gives less AD, it gives less health, and it gives less ability haste because you have to count the Dragon Force. Plus, this gives up to 15% increased movement speed when we're missing health. This gives less movement speed. So it's less movement speed, less ability haste, less AD, less health. Everything about Black Cleaver is worse. The only time you'd go Black Cleaver second is if you're up against a big armor tank top like Malphite or Rammus. But most top laners aren't going to rush an armor item first item. Missing CS. I know he doesn't have flash. Hey friend, down with the hook. Auto W into Q stride break. You can stride break in the middle of your Q as well. Auto W into Q. Auto into R. Down you go. R is true damage. That's another reason why Black Cleaver's second item on Darius is kind of You're going to be doing true damage anyways. You're not really benefiting from them even being full carved. The main benefit of the full carve on Black Cleaver is more for your passive bleed to just keep slicing through them. But if you're 6 and up, your R range is super high. It's basically a Thresh auto. He loses this turret. Might be able to just wait and kill him again. Oh no, am I gonna miss out? I guess the plates are down, so it shouldn't matter if I'm close to it or not. Alright, cool. Bonus gold, 150. Let's go for Caulfield's into another Kindling Gem. You don't necessarily need AD on Darius too much. As a jungler, you typically rush the damage portion of items first, because as a jungler, people are trying to get away from you. They don't necessarily turn to fight when you're ganking them. But in this case, since, like I said, I have resistance, they're top and jungler and mid. The three people, well, even their support, they have 4 magic damage on their team. I have magic resist. Might as well get some health to complement it on our item purchase. Am I getting bush in time? Oh, I don't think I did. Dang. He doesn't have heart still yet. This is part of the problem with tank teamos. If you do end up falling behind because they're not playing it well, it takes too long to get heart still because it's so expensive. It's so expensive. So right now he's not really scaling very well. Gwen's resetting. All right, I'll take this then. We already have 2 drags. These guys are these guys are in a rough spot. Teemo's mid now. He's done playing top lane. Briar should have that drag, and I'll rotate just in case. Drag Soul's definitely the win con in this game. Cloud Drag's my favorite soul as well. Constant movement speed plus auto WQ stride break, auto into R. Rest in pepperonis, Gwen. She was trying to steal that. I'm glad I rotated because it would have been a coin flip who smited it. Gwen jungle is starting to become a little bit more popular. People are playing it in really high elo, I think in Korea, and Gwen also did get a little buff recently. She's a 2-item power spike champ. At 1 full item, she's decent. 1 full item level 6, but at 2 full items, man, she starts to get crazy. Go ahead and break this real quick. Cal's tough to deal with for sure. Our hard counters Darius are in every way. Auto on the W. Pop with my stride break and we're chilling. Oh, he has heart still now. No wonder he's being so aggressive. He's gonna want that cannon. He's not in the bush. If he is, my stride breaker didn't see him. Boop. Alright, it's time for Shojin. On a huge power spike, the only way you lose from our position is if we all throw shutdown gold for no reason. We need to show up to the objective, and that's it. We don't need to force weird fights or dives. Absolutely no point. Whether we kill Samira right now in this moment changes the game. Nothing. Doesn't change it. The game is only changed in a meaningful way if they kill us right now. If we kill them, we're already ahead. We don't need more gold. It's pointless. The risk of chasing, overcommitting, diving, pointless right now. All right, yeah, we could definitely set this up. Oh, just barely miss. I am behind Kale here. I have an enormous item advantage. She went Bork. Good for her. She is also fleet though, so her damage can only be so high here. Auto WQ. Yep. Should have mixed in my stride breaker there as well. That's my bad. That's on me. I think we can definitely Baron here. I heal a lot. Darius has 300% bonus damage against jungle monsters with his bleed. I chunk. Plus, I heal off monsters with my Q-tipper as well. So Darius is secretly a jungle champ. I've done videos on it. Well, that was a good smite. I'm glad she did that because Gwen was waiting to come over the wall and be a turd. I'll be taking these. Good backup cast here. She's up really far. Wow, what is this? They're just watching each other. Neither one wants to commit. At this point, ooh, hey friend. Auto WQ, stride break. Hook, auto W, pop. Boop. W, stride break Q, boop. There it is. The Q in the flash, people never see it coming. Even if their flash is up, they'll never flash it because they just think you Q too early. Everyone's greedy with flash. They don't want to waste it. That's why having your sums up is so important on Darius through Cosmic. Darius heavily relies on his summoner spells in team fights. Without them, how do you get to them? You're running at a linear rate. It's easy for people to calculate where they need to move to and when. You're just walking at them. And you can say, oh, well, just dead man's in force of nature, dude. You move faster. It's still linear. Linear movement speed is only so good because people calculate it in their brain. They kind of figure out what they need to do to work around that. That's why Ghost is, and you're going to say, oh, Ghost is linear. Ghost is much faster than dead man's or force of nature combined. And obviously the flash is not linear. Plus, when they see you moving at them and all of a sudden you pop Ghost, that differential takes them usually a few seconds to calculate, or at the very least, they're slow to react to it. Samir bot lane right now. This is Draxel. The game is effectively over once we kill this dragon. It's over. The constant 15% movement speed all the time in or out of combat on its own is broken. Like, that alone would still make it a good Draxel, but then we get 50% bonus movement speed for 6 seconds after using R. Like, how are they supposed to get away? Stride breaker Q, get him with the E, auto W into R. That was weird. My R didn't seem to do damage to him. I know I only had a few bleed stacks on him, but still. I R'd too early there. I guess I didn't, yeah, that's rough. He's got a lot of HP. He went Sork Shoes. This team's already a heavy AP. I wouldn't have bothered. Hook her out of that. And the Q. She bleeds out. She's dead. 100%. Don't really have the minions here. So yeah, anyways, right now Spirit Shojin is giving 44 ability haste to Q and W. To E, it is giving 20 or 30. So it's the same ability haste on our E as Black Cleaver would have given, but it's 40 ability haste on Q, 40 on W, 20 on R. And then obviously you get 100 more HP than Black Cleaver, 5 more AD, and more movement speed when you need it most, which is you're low on HP. Let's go push bot lane. Moving almost 500 movement speed. Tell me Wind Dragon is not broken. Man, 500 movement speed is faster than like Janna, Max Zephyr, Boots of Mobility. Max Zephyr, Boots of Mobility Janna, I think it's like 470-ish. We're just moving that fast because Cloud Soul's secretly the best Draxel in the game. Hook, auto WQ, Stride Breaker was on a cooldown. She should have blinded me. Where the heck did she go? Auto WR. Pop her with the R, down she goes. That, ooh, there it is. Yeah, if she's inside her thing, I can't hurt her if I'm not inside of it as well. Q is a 2.75 second cooldown. My goodness. W is a 2.75. What? My hook's an 8. 2.75, man. That seems kind of low. So we have 60 ability haste plus Dragon Force, which is 22. I love Shojin Darius, man. Buttery smooth. My R's on a cooldown here. Hey, Teemo. Get him with hook. Auto WQ stride break. Always mixing the stride break either before the hook or after the hook. Technically, if your hook's already landing, you don't need to use it yet because there's hard CC. Just make sure you use it. Yeah, they're hiding. I'm surprised they didn't surrender. This was not the most back and forth type of game. I guess there's always those two turds voting now. Hook, auto WQ stride break, and that's GG's. We'll take a look at damage dealt, damage taken, and runes. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we did have most in the game. Teemo had a lot as well. That's mainly through mushroom usage and just general poke over time. If you pay attention in your games, pay attention to Teemo damage and Karthus damage, regardless of how relevant they were in the game or how hard they were able to carry, you'll find they're almost always the most damage dealt or second most. For damage taken, we were the most as well. For self-mitigated, we were almost the most as well. About 2,000 higher damage taken than her. Self-mitigated, she was about 1,000 more. So we're able to do the most, take the most, mitigate the most. Those are the type of champions that you want to play. If you can find a champion where you can take the most, deal the most, and self-mitigate the most, you're having such a ridiculous impact in the game that certain roles cannot do. Regardless of how good you are at AD carry, you'll be hard pressed to find a game where you dealt the most, took the most, and self-mitigated the most. It basically never happens. Like 99 out of 100 games, you will not be able to do that. Same thing with most support champs. But for certain bruisers, for certain tanks, for certain all-in type of champs, that is very, very possible. And those are the ones with the highest impact and carry potential. If you guys enjoyed this Spear of Shojin Darius video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and give it a try yourself. My name is King Sticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.